And good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, once again live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Usually I'm in the Sound Garden or I'm at Coach's Corner, but due to under the weather, it's been a tough 2 weeks. So this is going to be short and sweet. Usually I like to go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I know my producer, Lawrence Bennett. Once again, I'm moving around. Last week was kind of tough to do this on Saturday. This week, kind of tough getting guests because I've been in and out of doctor's offices and finding out what's going on. So I'm glad to be back. And once again, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And it's always a lot of fun getting to talk to you guys and adjusting all this stuff. As you can see, I got to get back in the saddle again. Things have started to go a little haywire because, it's raining outside and it's one of those days and people just have to, deal with it. And imagine those guys up at the Masters in Augusta playing for the Masters Championship. Right now, it's pouring up there. They had to start at 8 o'clock in the morning. It was like 48 degrees, so it's pretty tough. But I'm glad to be back. It's April 8th, 2023, one day before Easter Sunday. Once again, happy Easter, and I'm glad to be back. So it's going to be short and sweet, nothing too long. Just going to go like I usually do with my opening lineup. And that's, of course, 3 steps in the door. But once again, don't forget, the Coach's Corner Sports Network has 4 shows, okay? If you haven't been watching, it started Wednesday night. Started Tuesday night. The foundation, the fixture that's always been on Wednesday night from 6 to 7 o'clock has been pushed back to Tuesday night, or was pushed ahead to Tuesday night. And that's Rubbin' and Grubbin' with Brandon Baines. And what is it all about? NASCAR. The Atlanta man, Brandon Bain, and the producer, Lawrence Bennett, talking all things NASCAR. They got pushed back Wednesday because Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week, we have the 19th hole with the Herb brothers. All things mastered. Started Wednesday night. A lot of fun. Usually I try to get on there the first night to give my picks, but kind of hard getting around in and out of a car to get there. But I've been watching it every night. Lots of fun. They're hilarious. They bring in special guests. So you got to check it out. Last night, I think they had on Matt Weeks. Just a great show. So that's 2 shows right there. Okay. Every Wednesday night, usually from 6 to 7, we have Rubbin' and Grubbin' with the Atlanta man, Brandon Bain. Then once a year for a straight 5 days, we got the 19th hole with the Herb brothers. That's right. And then you can go to YouTube and check it out. Then, of course, yours truly, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning from 9 to usually about 10:30, 11. But due to this week, it's going to be very short. No guests. I'll explain that in a second. And then the last one is a podcast. It's the Who's on First Base Baseball podcast. But the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson, who is doing this, is now the voice of the Savannah Clovers. So we're trying to work out a schedule where we can get together. Plus, I've been under the weather. So it's been kind of tough to kick off our Who's on First Base Baseball podcast. Once I feel a lot better and once he gets the schedule down, the coach, Karl DeMasi, and the baseball fanatic will start our 2023 season of the Who's on First Base Baseball podcast. Don't forget, you can make a comment, and always checking in is my man, the producer. Good morning, Coach DeMasi. Hope you're feeling better. It's been a long morning, Lawrence. Working with one leg and trying to get everything set up, but we're on a go. Sorry, buddy, but it's only going to be about 15, 20 minutes. It's not going to be your usual hour and a half show. But once again, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you always helping out. Remember, Lawrence, any mistakes, make sure you tell me right away. All right. So I usually do 5 segments. We go with 3 steps in the door. Then we usually have our guests. Okay. And there are a ton of guests I could have got on this week, but I just haven't been up to it. So I'll try and bring it back next week if everything goes right with my health. And then we finish with 3 steps out the door. That's where I take 3 videos that I've watched over the week. And I give you my take on it, and then Karl's Corner, Karl's editorial. I will go on Karl's Corner, though, this week, but no videos, no guests. There's so many good guests I could have got on this week, which you'll hear when I start talking about the local high school sports, 3 steps in the door, high school sports, college sports, and professional sports. And yes, here's my number 1 fan, always checking in every morning. I'm on or off. Good morning, Coach DeMasi. Hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling better. Miss you. I'm on here trying to do it for at least 15 minutes, Dennis. And just you too, have a wonderful weekend. And of course, happy Easter. Enjoy it with your family and friends. So let's kick it off. 3 steps in the door. First is high school, okay? A lot of high school sports winding down. Baseball season has another week to go. Soccer season has finished. The regular season finished. They'll kick off with the state playoffs this week, girls and boys. Then we got, of course, tracks wrapping it up. We got golf. We got lacrosse. BC getting a lot of state recognition. AJC did a great article, but, don't forget about the Prep Sports Report, people. That's right. That's my baby. The Prep Sports Report is how I got into this little internet thing or radio thing. Go to prepsportsreport.com. I mean, so many good stories out there, and I'll go over those in a little while. But, good story. Nathan Dominitz now is a freelance writer. He's been writing some articles for the Prep Sports Report, did a great job on BC lacrosse. He's got a number of great articles on there that he has written for the Prep Sports Report. Check it out. Okay, you'll enjoy him. Baseball season's got 1 week to go. All right. And right now, we want to talk about the Georgia High School State Association baseball rankings. BC is number 5 in Class 4A. And in Class 3A, the black and blue division, Region 3, Calvary and Savannah Christian going at it. Savannah Christian is ranked number 2. Calvary is ranked number 3. Soccer is done. Playoffs start next week. The Savannah Arts Academy girls finished ranked 6th in 2A. And in 3A, in boys, Savannah Country Day was 7. Savannah Christian was number 9. And in 1A Division 1, Class A, Woodville Tompkins boys was number 7. No girls were ranked. So it's pretty amazing because Richmond Hill's like undefeated in region play in that 7A region, and St. Vincent's, Calvary, and Country Day going at it. So I don't know why none of them are ranked. Lacrosse, Benedictine, and Savannah Country Day getting a lot of recognition. Now they break it up into three classifications. You got Class 7A, then you got Class 6A to 5A, and then you got Class A to 4A. And in Class A to 4A, Benedictine is ranked number 2. Savannah Country Day is ranked number 7. Like I told you, check out the Prep Sports Report. We have a baseball player or baseball players of the week, sponsored by John Carr, Seaport Real Estate. John Carr, Calvary grad, big lefty from the mound, loves high school sports. Has been supporting the Karl DeMasi Sports Report and the Prep Sports Report all year. We've gone 7 weeks honoring players. Now, we started out honoring one, which was kicked off way back in week 1 with Deegan Strickland out of Savannah Christian. Okay. Week 2, we had 2 players. We had a pitcher and a position player. All right. So we had Islands, Brandon Schwab, and Effingham County's Matt Shell. Week 3, we had Calvary's Will Hampton and Effingham's Griffin Howe. Week 4, we had Richmond Hill, Blaine Newman, and South Effingham, Ty Canteline. Week 6, last week, we had Brandon McCoy and Islands Charlie Sindel, Parker McCoy out of BC. This week, we only had one. Garrett Wright out of Richmond Hill against Camden County. Complete game, 1 hitter, 16 strikeouts. That's right. He punched out 16 Camden County Wildcats. Garrett Wright, unbelievable week. So if you have a position player or pitcher you want to nominate, I got one nomination for a pitcher already, which was great. I don't want to go chase them. Okay. I want the head coaches from each team to nominate them or the fans nominate them. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do right now is hang in there. I'm going to create a banner. Okay. You can reach me in a number of spots, but you want to leave me a text message or email me. Here they are right at the bottom of the screen, and I'll keep them rolling. Okay, so there you go. You can call me, text me, 912-507-9158, or email me at kdemasi@prepsportsreport.com. Why isn't that scrolling? Oh, we'll leave it right there. All right, so if you got a player of the week, whether it's the position player of the week or a pitcher of the week, please text me, call me, or email me at kdemasi@prepsportsreport.com. Also, we've... with so much stuff going on, I really had time to keep on top of this, and I do apologize to Coach Nick Grassi. Nick Grassi has sponsored the flag football player of the week, the girls basketball player of the week. He's also sponsoring the girls soccer player of the week. I mean, I got to give a shout out. This girl would have been my player of the week, and I know she's been on my show before. Alana Beddoe from St. Vincent's, and I apologize, Alana. I don't know why my closed caption's not shown here. Let's see. Hang in there, people. You know, it's just like I'm at Coach's Corner this weekend. Got to see why my closed captions aren't. There we go. Got it to work. Okay. My closed captions are working on Facebook Live on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, on the Coach's Corner Sports Report page, on the Prep Sports Report page, and then, of course, on Twitter at KD Sports Report. So, anyway, Alana Bedo, okay, senior, best goalie in the area. In 2 games, this young lady stopped 42. That's right, 42 shots, okay, in 2 games, both in penalty kick shootouts. St. Vincent's wins the region. She stopped 26 against Calvary, and then she stopped another 16 against Country Day to seal the number 1 seed in Region 3 over there. So great job by her. So she's the Grassi girls soccer play, Grassi Roofing girls soccer player of the week. Check it out. It's on prepsportsreport.com. Okay, so here's your soccer teams, your teams going into the soccer playoffs, okay? We still got a week left of baseball, lacrosse, golf, track, anything else I'm forgetting, I do apologize. Baseball, soccer, track, golf, lacrosse, okay? So in boys 7A, Richmond Hill finished second in Region 7A, in Class 7A, Region 2. So they'll host the first round game. The girls soccer team out of Richmond Hill, undefeated in region play, it's not even ranked, but they'll host a home game because they won the region. Okay, congratulations, Lady Wildcats. In Class 6A, South Effingham was the boys' number 2 seed, so they'll host the first round. In Class 4A, I mean, Benedictine, what a year. What a year. I mean, football, basketball, soccer, baseball, they finished number 1. So they'll hold out. They'll hold they'll hold a state playoff game all the way until I think we get to the finals. Islands finished number 2. On the girls' side, in 4A, Islands finished number 2. New Hampshire finished number 4. So Islands will host a game on Thursday. New Hampshire will be on the road. They got it broken down by classification: who's playing Tuesday and who's playing Thursday. Okay, I'll post that on the Prep Sports Report this week. In 3A, Savannah Country Day boys finished number 1. Savannah Country Day boys finished number 1. Savannah Christian boys finished number 2. In girls, we have 3 teams qualifying. St. Vincent's number 1, Country Day number 2, Calvary number 3. And, of course, Savannah Arts Academy won their region, so they'll be hosting. And Woodville Tompkin boys, number 1 seed in Class 1A D1. Bryan County boys finished 4th, and girls and boys. Woo! So we got a lot of teams going into the state playoffs, so check that out. Tennis-wise, why did my – it seems like okay, there I am. Said my video ended, so I'm trying to keep it going. Lawrence, if you're watching on Facebook, give me a clue here because got a little technical glitch, but looks like I'm back on. Okay. All right. So Lawrence and Dennis, if you're watching, let me know that I'm on. Okay, so we're still into high school sports. Track, I mean, Jamari McIvory out of Savannah Christian, 200 meters. I mean, 21 seconds to go 200 meters. I think that's once around the track or less than like halfway around the track. Unbelievable speed. Memphis Rich in the mile is at 4:08 out of Richmond Hill. McIvory's out of Savannah Christian. What is there on the in the steeplechase? Okay, that's where they jump over water and hurdles and all this. Noah Seibert out of Richmond Hill is one of the top scorers. Maggie Bird, right now in state, has the second highest in the high jump. She's already won back-to-back state rings for the high jump. So this year, though, she'll be going in Class 3A. So it's a bigger division. She's at 5'8". I think the tops for the girls' high jump in the state is 5'10". Just checking out. People let me know what's going on here. Lawrence says, all good. Dennis says, I'm still on. Good deal. Okay. I had a glitch somewhere around here that said I was off air. All right. So Maggie Bird, 5 feet, 8-inch jump. She's starting to play volleyball at Kennesaw State, so maybe she'll do both. All right. Bass fishing. That's right. We have bass fishing. We've had 3 qualifiers. Richmond Hill has 3 teams going to the state championships in May on Clark's Hills Lake. Branton Condon, Jackson Bayringer, okay, Yager, Monaco, Joey Moore, Savannah Good, and Carson Moore. Those 3 teams have already made it, and back-to-back qualifier first-place finishes for the Savannah Christian Brothers team of Matt Gunn and Luke Gunn. There's one more qualifier next week, so there'll be some more boats qualifying for the Georgia High School State Bass Association. We talk about clay sports shooting, we talk about air riflery. There's a lot of other sports that people don't know that go on for these kids. All right, that's my high school sports section. Always takes a long time. Okay. College. All right. Spring sports, got to go over to Savannah State. They got softball, baseball, track going on. Baseball's in 3rd place in the SEAC. They did a number on Tuskegee last night. I don't know if they're going to get the game in today because of the rain. They're at 17-7. They're 17-7 on the season, 13-5 in SEAC. They're in 3rd place. Women's softball, they're in 6th place. They're 6-13, 5-10 in SEAC. They're off this week. Remember, Easter holidays, so a lot of things aren't going to happen today or tomorrow. This would have been one of my guests, SCAD bowling, women's bowling. Number 1 in the NAIA championships. They qualify. They'll be heading out to the Intercollegiate Team Championships. That's all divisions. NCAA, NAIA, you name it, they'll be in there in Las Vegas, April 20th through April 22nd, trying to win a national title right there. So Savannah College, Martin Zion, women's bowling team, back-to-back NAIA champions. Congratulations. Men's finished 5th. All right. SCAD women's soccer is ranked 7th. They upset number 4, Life University, on Wednesday. So they're sitting in 2nd place right now in the Sun Coast Conference. They got a men's lacrosse game today at St. Andrews University up there in Laurinburg, North Carolina. The men's team is 2-8 on the season. Football. Spring football going on, college football. Don't forget, Georgia Tech, Savannah State all have their spring games next week, April 15th. Georgia Southern has their April 22nd. So if you're going to watch what's going to be the edition of the Tigers this year, next week at T.A. Wright Stadium, you want to go between the hedges, the G-Day game, and of course, Georgia Tech, the coaching staff's in place. So we got spring football games happening, 3 next week, and then 1 the following week at Georgia Southern on April 22nd. Okay. So that's college. Pro, the Hawks, the most inconsistent team all season long. They won 3 to get above 500 last night. Philadelphia did not have any of their starters starting. They benched them. They want to give them a rest before the playoffs. And the Hawks lose to them. That's my Karl's Corner take later on in the show, which I'm going to get to in a little while. So come on, Hawks. Give me a break. Well, they're in the play-in tournament. They'll take on Miami. If they win, they're automatically in the NBA playoffs. They'll take on Boston. If they lose, they host the second play-in game. If they win, then they're in the playoffs. It's just a crazy thing that the NBA has got going on, but a lot more teams are playing, so which is pretty exciting. Okay, baseball, Braves 6-2 on the season, lost a tough one last night, 5-4. It was a bullpen, I guess, a game, and Braves bullpen was lights out. 3 innings, 6 strikeouts out of 9 batters. Just the bats didn't wake up like the night before when they came back to win in the big game against Padres the night before up there in of course, Truist Park, which I don't know if it's going to happen tonight. They play tonight again at 7:20. Charlie Morton takes the hill against the Padres. If it doesn't happen tonight, they'll play a doubleheader tomorrow on Easter Sunday. So that's pretty exciting. What do we got now? So that's the Braves. Almost wrapping it up here. Lawrence, going 19 minutes here, buddy. I've been trying to find information on the XFL. Okay, because we had 2 young guys, one out of New Hampstead High School, Calvin Turner, who played at Hawaii, was all-world. I know he was signed by the San Antonio Brahmas, okay? Can't find any stats, anything about him. And then, of course, out of Groves High School, Shavari Davis, who got signed by Jacksonville, was released by Jacksonville, was picked up by the Seattle Sea Dragons, but I haven't seen anything about them either. So if you check it out tomorrow, both San Antonio, which might have Calvin Turner Jr. out of New Hampstead High School, and then, of course, the Seattle Sea Dragons, we'll have Groves' Shabari Davis tomorrow. So they might be out there. So I'll keep an eye on it. If anybody's got any information right there, give me a call or send me an email. I'd love to talk about those guys that are playing the XFL and maybe a chance to play in the NFL one day. All right. PGA Golf, they're playing in the rain now. They're trying to finish up the second round. Bruce Koepka, the LIV tournament, is leading at 12 under. I'm just excited to see, maybe, Tiger Woods make it into the second round. So that we already had Freddie Couples, my guy, old guy, 63 years old. Okay. He's made it made the cut. All right. So let's see if Tiger could do that. So that's what I'm interested in. PGA LIV Tour tournament, they'll straighten it out. Okay. All right. Local sports. Okay. Oh, sorry. Champions Tour, Gene Sowers, and of course, Tim O'Neill. I can't believe it's such a hard thing to say that Tim O'Neill's on the old guys tour, but they're not playing this week. Easter holiday. They'll be back next week. Locally, Savannah Ghost Pirates coming on at the end, man. I mean, they're 27-30. I don't know if they won last night. I forgot to check it, but they've won like 4 in a row. They're still in 7th place. They hold a record now for the East Coast Hockey League sold out games. They're getting they're going to host the All-Star game next year. But I'm telling you right now, it's crazy. Their last home game though is next Saturday against the Orlando Solo Bears, and it's fan appreciation night. So if they're not sold out, you can get tickets. Savannah loves the Savannah Ghost Pirates. I mean, they've taken to the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Savannah Bananas sold out as usual last night, back in Savannah. Okay, but the Party Animals do it again. They beat the Savannah Bananas 5-3. So the Party Animals now are 10-8-1. So the Savannah Bananas are 8-10-1 because that's all they do is play each other. They did have one challenge. The Savannah Bananas did take on the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association. They beat them. So really technical, the Savannah Bananas are 9-10-1. But, they got 2 or 3 more games next week, and then they're going to head to, I've been there, Charleston, West Virginia, in a baseball challenge to take on the Charleston, West Virginia Dirty Birds. Little experience there. My son, Dom, played there his last stint in Major League Baseball a year and a half ago. So, I hope they enjoy that little stadium up there in West Virginia. I think they call it Power Stadium. So pretty impressive. So next week back in Savannah, check it out. I don't know if you're going to get tickets, but they're playing next Thursday and next Saturday. Then they come back and play a Wednesday edition, which is not April, would be April 19th. And then they head to Charleston, West Virginia. Savannah Falcons, our semi-pro football team, off to a 4-1 start. They're off this week. They'll be hosting the Golden Isle Grizzlies next Saturday, April 15th. Check it out, 7 o'clock. Great deal. Coach Morgan, go to Savannah Falcons semi-pro football team on Facebook, and you can find all the information you want. They're 4-1. Savannah Clovers, our own professional soccer team, they tied their first night, opening night last week. But from what I understand, a tie is considered a loss in the league they're playing in. They'll be home tonight. Bring your rain gear at Memorial Stadium at 7 o'clock. So once again, that's all the local news I can give you. And to wrap this up on Karl's Corner, watching the Atlanta Hawks last night take on the Philadelphia 76ers. I've never heard of this before. I think it's outrageous. I think it's wrong. But the Philadelphia 76ers come in, which is they're like the second best team in the NBA in the Eastern Conference, resting all 5 starters. On the in the West Conference, Dallas Mavericks, they need 1 game to get into playoffs. They rest all 5 starters. Now, here's what I'm trying to say is, I don't care if you rest your starters. But if I'm going to an NBA playoff game or I'm going to a Major League Baseball game and I'm playing good money and I'm bringing my kids and you're telling me Joel Embiid's not playing? You're telling me Luka Doncic's not playing? Kyrie Irving's not playing? What's going on in this world? So the Dallas Mavericks tanked the playoffs so they can rest their starters. Philadelphia can't get the number 1 seed, so they rest their starters. And they don't play every day. They're not going back-to-back. Yeah, the voice is a little hoarse. First time in almost 2 weeks I'm doing this. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So Karl's editorial is, give me a break, professional sports. Give me a break. We come to see the players. It's no longer, as I was growing up, diehard Knicks fan, diehard first Mets fan and then Yankees fan. Okay. I rooted for the team. I never really noticed when they were resting the starters. But LA Lakers, okay? Antonio Davis can't go back-to-back. LeBron James can't go back-to-back. And they don't play every day. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. If I'm going to pay $300, $400, $500 to take my family to go see a professional sports team, I expect the stars to be there. All I can say is NBA, MLB, MLB, I don't know if they do that, but NBA, NFL, I don't know if they do that also. NHL, give the fans a break. We come there to see the players. All right. I'm going to take a 3-minute break here because my voice is hoarse. I'm going to get a little water. Going to thank the people that sponsor the show every week. Once again, Coach's Corner, the main sponsor. Got to appreciate John and Adele Henderson. Don't forget, I'm going to come back and talk about the 19th hole. I'm going to talk about what's coming up on the Soundgarden stage since I'm not there today. But I need a 3-minute break. I'll be back in 3 minutes to wrap this up and tell you what's going on the Soundgarden stage. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. I'm glad I could get up and do this for about a half an hour. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the Soundgarden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. From cutting and equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Weatherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here, live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Usually I'm on the Soundgarden stage. I'm hoping that I could be on the Soundgarden stage tomorrow. So hopefully I'll be back full swing tomorrow. All right. Wrong button. Okay. So hopefully I'll be back full swing. Once again, the video's kicking up on me. Let me see if I can get it back. Okay, there we go. Little glitch in the internets, but I'm back. And like I said, got to come back and talk about Coach's Corner Soundgarden events. That's right. Every Friday, Saturday night, or usually every Friday, Saturday night, you can check out the bands at Coach's Corner. Phenomenal shows. This week, there is no show, Easter weekend, but Saturday night, 6 o'clock, Sunday night, 6 o'clock. Here we go. We got the 19th hole with the Herb Brothers. Check it out. They've been on since Wednesday. They do a great job. Okay, you got to check it out. It's all things Masters for the whole 5 days, and these two guys really are a trip to watch. So that's Sean and Brent Herb's, the 19th hole. Go to YouTube. You can watch it there. All right, so what do we got coming up next week? On Friday, we got Smokey Jones and the $3 Pistols. 7 o'clock. Go check it out. Eventbrite. Get your tickets. Then Saturday, Departure, the Journey tribute band. Unbelievable show. Okay. Saturday, April 15th. You got to check it out. Then we go Saturday, April 22nd. Let's just come back with the Allman Brothers. Sweet Melissa, Statesboro Blues. Okay. So tribute, a celebration of all the Allman Brothers music on the 22nd. Then on the 29th, Back in Black again. The ultimate ACD experience. Man, April, we got some big time tribute bands coming in. So remember, the 14th, we got Smokey Jones and the $3 Pistols. On the 15th, we got Departure, the Journey tribute band. And on Saturday, the 22nd, we got the Allman Brothers. And on the 29th, Back in Black again, the AC/DC tribute band. What a lineup there at Coach's Corner. Then, of course, you can come every Saturday morning and watch me do my show from the Soundgarden stage. Once again, 33 minutes. Didn't think I was going to make it this long, but I did. Usually I have guests on. I hope we'll have the SCAD women's coach on. Oh, I don't know. They might be at nationals. Nope, they won't be. That'd be the week after. So hopefully I can get the SCAD women's championship bowling coach on. Got to get my athlete of the week back on here. So if you have any suggestions, you got someone that deserves some recognition, that you want them to come on and talk on the show, right there. There's my phone number, 912-507-9158, or email me at kdemasi@prepsportsreport.com. Please go to the prepsportsreport.com. Check it out. There's great stories. It covers all our local kids. Nathan Dominance now has been a freelance writer for us. I mean, what's been up there? We had the Grassi Roofing Soccer Player of the Week, Elena Bedeau from St. Vincent's, 42 saves in 2 games to win the region title. Pitcher of the week, or John Carr, Seaport Real Estate Pitcher of the Week, went to Garrett Wright from Richmond Hill, 16 strikeouts, pitched to 1 hitter. Cadets lacrosse getting big time recognition by Nathan Dominance. City Championship, the Savannah City High School Golf Championship went to the Savannah Country Day ladies. Okay. And then to the guys, went to BC. Check it out. Savannah Christian hired an alumni to come back and take over the girls basketball program in Allison Faircloth. BC Golf took 2 championships, 2 tournaments last week. Hey, Jalen Deloach out of Savannah, Georgia, played big time for VCU in the NCAA this year. VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, won the Atlantic 10 championship. He was a big part of it, local kid. Doing a great job. Abby Van Brunt, okay, qualifying for the Olympic trials. These stories are all on the Prep Sports Report. Go check it out. support us, support our kids, and that's what it's all about, is local kids. All right, I've had enough. I'm exhausted. First weekend back. Went 35 minutes, 20 minutes longer than I thought I would go. But once again, please say a prayer what's going on in this world, the Ukraine. Then, of course, in the United States, more shootings, school shootings. To the kids out there, it's not supposed to be this way. You're supposed to go to school and be safe. I've been a teacher for 35 years, a coach for 42 years. It's not supposed to be like this, kids. You're supposed to be safe when you go to school. Just a crazy world we live in. So once again, say a prayer for all those things going on. Once again, check out the Masters all week long. Tonight, 6 o'clock on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, the 19th hole of the Herb Brothers. It's going to be going on all day because they got to finish round 2 and they got to start round 3. So the Herb Brothers will be on and talking before round 3 is even open. And hopefully my man Tiger Woods will be able to get in there, okay? Right now the cut is at 2 and he's at 2 over. He's at 1 over. Him and Freddie Couples, baby. So check that out. I'll be back next week. But like I say every week, whatever you're doing today or tomorrow, always hit it out of the park. Until I talk to you again next week, may it be your best week ever. Hold it. We got a comment. Lawrence, appreciate it, Lawrence. Try my best, but the voice is kind of hoarse right now. But once again, may it be your best week ever. I'll talk to you guys next week. God bless. And I will have guests on. Hopefully my week will be a little better than last week. Talk to you later.